8 American grammar quirks that baffle British people. Very interested to see what these quirks are and see if they're going to confuse me and whatnot. Before we do get into this, appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button. And yeah, let's see these quirks.
And here are 8 American grammar quirks that baffle British people.
Okay.
Since moving to the US, I've noticed occasions when Americans will use a different past tense to what I would have done in Britain. It's only on specific words, but the words that are coming to mind right now are the past tense of dive and drag. So for me, in the UK, the past tenses of those words would simply be dived, as in the footballer Neymar dived.
Yeah, wait. So what? People in Americans will be saying the footballer Neymar dragged?
Made a general prat of himself. Dragged, as in Lawrence's last video, dragged on a bit, said nobody ever.
Don't get me wrong, in America, dragged in this sense is commonly used. However, on my travels around Appalachia and even in the Midwest, I've also heard this.
I drug my dog back to the house, which...
What? Wait.
In the Midwest, I've also heard this.
I drug my dog back to the house.
Wait, if someone came up to me and be like, I drug my dog back to the house, I'm like, what are you doing to your dog?
Which, as you can imagine, probably make me think about calling the ASPCA.
Huh?
That, according to the internet, is a non-standard use of the past tense, whereas dove, as in
into the lake.
Dove into Lake Michigan,
We say
is
dived.
apparently perfectly acceptable, and some Americans do say that. So let me know in the
dove
comments,
into the
do you
lake.
say dove or dive?
Yeah, we don't say dove.
Feel free to comment on all of the things in this list, including...
But then again, I dove into the lake. Yeah, we don't say that, but like, I feel like I've heard it enough in like shows and that where I'd get that, you know what I mean?
This. Both Britain and America have a strange relationship with prepositions.
A preposition is one of those small but mighty words that shows the relationship between two things in a sentence.
Okay, go strap yourself in. I'm gonna make the jump to light speed.
Usually in terms of space, time, or direction. It tells you where something is, when something happens, or how one thing relates to another. Think of it as the word that glues a noun or pronoun to the rest of the sentence, like on the table, after dinner, or with enthusiasm.
Okay.
Sometimes in a given sentence, one country might utilize fewer prepositions than the other, and at other times they'll use more. Take, for example, get that Englishman off my screen.
Yeah, get that Englishman off my screen. Wait, what would Americans say?
No, they're not talking about me, they're talking about
They say the
Tarkin. It would not be unusual for Americans to insert the word of in there, as in, get that Englishman off of my screen.
Wait, you would say off twice?
To insert the word of in there, as in, get that Englishman off of my screen.
Get that Englishman off my screen. Get that Englishman off. Wait. So if I'm like, yo, can you get off the bus? Some Americans be like, can you get off the bus? Okay.
Screen. I don't think that in all my years of living in Britain, I ever heard a British person put these two words together in this way. And thinking about this, I don't think it's necessarily incorrect grammar. I just think
But then again, us in the UK, we say do a lot. I don't know if Americans say that too, but we'll be like, do you really do that? Well, wait, no. How do we say it? I can't think of like, are you really going to do that? But I don't know. We just use both, kind of like how you guys use off. So interesting.
Redundant. A bit like when Americans say something like, "Hey Lawrence, where are the burglars at?"
Where are the burglars at?
Where are the burglars? And I know what you're thinking. Ooh, Lawrence,
wait.
the burglars at?
No, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Where the burglars at? Where they at? Where the burglars? Where the burglars at? I feel like I kind of say that a lot. Where the burglars at? Well, I don't say that because I'm not asking where the burglars are at, but like...
As opposed to where are the burglars? And I know what you're thinking. Ooh, Lawrence, you don't have to worry about burglars. Oh, why is that? Because you have a home security system.
Okay,
right.
good.
I have SimpliSafe, the home security system. Police.
Okay.
And SimpliSafe's technology.
Sponsor security.
And the system is, and you can safe as straight.
New SimpliSafe system when you sign up for a professional monitoring plan. Just visit simplisafe.com.
Cool.
But then, as I mentioned a moment ago, Americans will sometimes present you with the opposite of what I've just said, and that's where they simply don't bother with prepositions, as in, Lawrence, I'll see you Friday. It is slightly cavalier.
Wait. So Americans say...
They don't bother with prepositions, as in, Lawrence, I'll see you Friday.
Lawrence, I'll see you Friday. Wait, yeah, what do British people say? British people say the same.
It is slightly cavalier, but on the plus side, it's quicker to say. In Britain, people would more likely say, Lawrence, I'll see you on Friday.
Lawrence, I'll see you on Friday. Lawrence, I'll see you Friday. Lawrence, I'll see you on Friday. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I use the word on, but then sometimes I don't, depending on how I'm feeling. If I want to, you know, if I want to English even more. Because, you know, I feel like me talking personally, I'm trying to say as many, you know, less, believe it or not, I'm trying to talk as little as possible. I know in these videos everyone says, oh my days, you talk so much. But hey, listen, I'm still trying to talk as little as possible, man.
Friday, although we don't party much anymore.
I'll see you on Friday. I'll see you Friday.
The past simple tense in cases where British people will usually use the present perfect tense. And if all of these linguistic terms are too much for you because you just haven't had enough coffee, let me explain it to you with some real...
Oh, listen, if I've not had my morning coffee or any day of the coffee, then I'm not using any words. I'm just saying, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you just hum.
Life examples that never actually happened. Hey Tara, my wife, would you like some of this casserole that I made earlier? No, thank you, I already ate. Oh gosh, I hope she's not watching this. Point is, Americans will likely say,
Okay, Americans say, I already ate. We'll say in the UK, I've already ate. No, I've already eaten.
Already ate, and British people would say, I've already eaten. And I think both are fair game if you say them out. I already ate is true. I ate. I
feel like British people don't really use the word ate too much. I feel like we don't. I can't really, yeah, I've already ate. I've ate. I've eaten. I've already eaten. Yeah, we just say eaten instead of ate.
Past. I have already eaten. When it crosses a line is when Americans like my wife's cousin Chad say things like, no thanks, I have already ate. Have you, Chad? Did you reading that off of a menu? And if you did, it might have been at a restaurant, which brings me on to this. Businesses in this country, just as in my country, will often tell you their business hours on the front of the building.
Right.
But if you have to call for that information or physically hear it, they'll often say we're open Monday through Friday.
Oh, Monday through Friday. We say to instead of through. Monday through, so through the week to okay, we say Monday to Friday.
And I sort of like that. I feel like it conveys the very same thing, but in fewer words, as from Monday to Friday.
From Monday to Friday.
Probably what we'd say in Britain. In fact, when I think about it, American food establishments have quite an interesting relationship with the word through, because a lot of fast food buildings have drive-thrus, in which through is spelled like this. I've just realised that's spelling and not grammar.
Wait, but then again, we do that, but then we copied it from America. So like, we'll say drive-through like this and spell it like this.
But it could be one of the reasons why the previous owner got in a rage with this book. Sometimes Americans will turn adjectives into adverbs. And I know I can already hear what you're saying, so shut up. British people do it too. Yeah. Ooh, Lawrence is proper good at what?
Lawrence is proper good at what he does. Yeah, we say that. Wait, this is the British way, I'm assuming.
He does, as opposed to properly good at what he does. The American version of that.
Lawrence is properly good. No, we say we say proper. Lawrence is proper good at what he does. Lawrence is properly. No, we don't say properly, do we?
He's proper good at what he does, as opposed to properly good at what he does. The American version of that is to take the phrase really good and make it more casual and quicker to say. This guy's YouTube channel is real good. And
oh, wait, I say that a lot. I find it so interesting when like, I will say the American terms over British terms. And yo, wait, what was it? Oh my days. So it wasn't even on like YouTube or anything or stream, right? I was just out in the wild in the UK, right? I was talking to my family and I was saying, I think I'm going to go to the, and like, I couldn't think of the British word for gas station. Like, it sounds dumb, but like we call it petrol stations. And I could like, it wouldn't come to my head. Like I lost the word for like a good 30 seconds. I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the, and I didn't want to say the American way because I'm talking to British people. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say I'm going to go to the gas station because they're going to be thinking, what? So I was talking, I was like, I'm going to go to the, and I just froze. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot the word, the British word. What's the for gas station, and then someone said petrol, and I was like, oh my. But the fact that I'm forgetting the British versions of the words, I know, man. Because I'm using a lot of American words now, and I'm confusing people around me, like neighborhood, gas station, yards. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm transforming my words, my lingo.
And make it more casual and quicker to say. This guy's YouTube channel is real good.
I say this all the time. I say real good all the time. Like, that's real good.
It's now your job to share this video on social media with that exact phrase. Similarly, if you ask
real
an American,
good.
how are you doing today? They might say, I'm doing good.
Doing good?
Sound very charitable.
Well, yeah, we say that.
But pedants might argue that it should be doing well or doing goodly. No, not that.
Oh? No, I'm doing good. I'm good, mate. That's the British version. I'm good, mate.
And we're going to finish today with quite an appropriate entry. Because I've spent the entirety of this video looking at the differences between British and American grammar, I thought it might be nice to look at the word different itself and how we use grammar to support it. So, for example, if I wanted to compare my YouTube channel to Mr. Beast's, I don't know his first name, I might say something like, my channel is different to his channel.
My channel was different to his. Okay, my channel was different to his channel. What do Americans say?
Channel, or my channel is different from his channel. We've got
my channel was different from his channel. Okay.
Choice. In the US, particularly in formal writing, Americans usually do prefer different from. However, there is an alternative here that you don't usually hear in Britain, and that would be Lawrence is different than Mr. Beast. And now that I've said that out loud, it sort of feels unnatural to me.
Wait, yeah, that does feel unnatural. My channel is different than his channel. Oh, yeah, wait, when you guys say that, does that sound natural? Well, it probably does.
Than Mr. Beast. And now that I've said that out loud, it sort of feels unnatural. To me, it feels more appropriate to use the word than when you're comparing quality. Yeah. So Lawrence's channel is better than Mr. Beast's channel, is an example. He's trying to feed homeless people. I'm trying to feed my ego.
That said, there is a small exception where even Brits might reach for different than. This happens when what follows is a clause rather than just a noun. For example, it's perfectly natural to say, things turned out different than I expected.
Expected,
because saying different from I expected.
Hey, me seeing all these grammar sentences right here, I just know I'm just different. I'm different than everyone else. Because I just keep my sentence short and sweet, man. I'll just be like, my channel was different. I wouldn't say different words.
Would only make sense after 6 tequilas.
Anyway, that's it for this video.
Hey, very interesting though. I love seeing these differences between our countries and seeing which kind of ones I use more than the other. Every time I realize I use the American version more than the British version, it just goes to show how much the language is actually changing over here. You know what I mean? Because like your guys' entertainment, your TV, your movies, all that. It's just like coming over to the UK like crazy. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.